Good afternoon and welcome viewers and listeners alike to Post Office Road for this John Smith's Yorkshire Cup first round between Featherstone Rovers and Scarborough Pirates. Featherstone Rovers team, number 1 Chris Bibb, number 2 Alex Goldburn, 3 Ikram Butt, 4 is Terry Manning, 5 Owen Simpson, 6 Tim Sharp, 7 Derek Fox, 8 Chris Burton, 9 Trevor Clark, 10 Gary Rose, 11 Clary Eaty, 12 Ian Smales and 13 Brendan Toolter. Substitutes are 14 Andy Fisher and 15 Gary Price. Your Scarborough Pirates team, who incidentally are creating a bit of history, being just selected to come into the Rugby League this season, and Peter Fox I'm sure won't underestimate Scarborough, because in the preliminary round they went to Doncaster and beat Doncaster convincingly for this trip here to Post Office Road. Number 1 there, Ray Stead. Number 2, Steve Adey. Number 3, Steve Libbury. Number 4, Red McCabe. 5 is Mark Napper. 6 is Gary Pace. 7 is Steve Robinson. 8 is Alan Tomlinson. 9 Sean Patrick. 10 is Malcolm Beale. 11 Craig Palmer. 12 is Kenny Hill. 13 is Peter Smith. Then substitutes are 14 Phil Murphy and 15 Dick Fairbanks. Your referee for today, all the way from York, is Mr. Dave Asquith. And just before we get the game underway, 2 mascots there. Both Featherstone Rovers absolutely mad, same as what the parents are, Eddie and Karen. And that's the McNally girls. Corinne, who was born on the 8th of the 9th, 1980. And Lisa, who was born on the 14th of the 10th, 1982. So there we are, the 2 mascots. I was just saying, I just couldn't hear myself think there for Terry over the Tannoy system, but Corinne and Lisa there, the McNally girls, and like I've said, if ever there's any is a family who are worthy of, they call themselves Featherstone supporters, it's the Eddie McNally family. So here we go. Featherstone Rovers are looking at it, playing from right to left. Scarborough winning the toss, deciding to play from left to right. And like I said, a bit of history here being at Featherstone Rovers this afternoon. Scarborough only joined the league this season, and Len Casey, the Scarborough Pirates coach, has done extremely well, getting together a side capable of holding their own in the 3rd division. So penalty kick straight away there, and to Scarborough. Craig Palmer there, signed on from Featherstone Rovers end of last year for Scarborough Pirates. First penalty there to Scarborough. So Peter Smith, another ex-Featherstone Rovers player there, and Craig Palmer there just dropping on that loose ball there, and Clary Eater getting possession for Featherstone Rovers. So it's Terry Manning with the ball now. Terry Manning looking for Owen Simpson. Owen Simpson trying to dart inside, but Owen Simpson there being wrapped up. So Featherstone Rovers, Brendan Toolter now coming down the middle, but that's good tackling, that's number 11 there, Craig Palmer, watching Brendan Toolter all the way. So it's Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox there to Ian Smales. Ian Smales running out wide, trying to get that ball away in the tackle, but Scarborough possession just about on their own 25-yard area. So it's Peter Smith there, tried to come down the middle, but Ian Smales there and Chris Burnt making the tackle. So that's good running that by number 8 there, Alan Tomlinson. That's good play, that's. Now it's Kenny Hill with the ball. Kenny Hill, that big kick towards this touchline side, and the ball there, just that fraction too long. Oh, inches separating the touchline there and the ball, but the ball just going that bit too long, just looking down this Scarborough side. There's 3 or 4 Featherstone players in this team. There's Peter Smith, of course, who's served Featherstone Rovers with distinction. Over 300 games Featherstone Rovers, Peter Smith. Then there's Craig Palmer. Then there's Kenny Hill, signed on from Castleford, Featherstone lad, bred and born. Then there's Mark Napper. So all them local lads there, I want to do well against Featherstone Rovers in today's match. We're just getting back to the play now. Derek Fox, big kick down, well inside that Scarborough 25 yard line. Trevor Clark with that tap penalty there to Chris Burton. Well, that's good tackling that by Kenny Hill, stopping Chris Burton straight round the boot laser. So it's Derek Fox with the ball now there to Terry Manning. Terry Manning now to Clary Eaton there, trying to get that ball out there. And Alex Goulburn there, he's making his debut. Featherstone, 17-year-old, just past his 17th birthday. Featherstone Rovers signed this youngster on. Good prospect in front of him as Alex Goulburn from Northern Dairies in Hull. Went on the Barla Tour to New Zealand this time, one of the youngest tourists to tour, only a 16-year-old. So first chance for either team to put points on the board. It's Forster Featherstone Rovers, Derek Fox. Just inside the Scarborough 25-yard area. So here we go. Derek Fox strikes the ball, but misses. Just going wide. So it'll be Gary Pace, ex-Welsh Rugby Union star, formerly of Hull. Big drop out there to Alex Goulburn. Alex Goulburn running the ball in. Being tackled 10 yards inside his own half of the field. Gets up, plays the ball. He can put with the ball now there to Derek Fox. Derek Fox now there to Tim Sharp. Tim Sharp there to Ian Smales. Trying to come down the middle. But that's solid defence by Scarborough. So it's Derek Fox with the ball. Derek Fox back inside now there to Brendan Toter. Well, that's good tackling that by Scarborough. Brendan Toter penalised there. Kicking out at the tackle, Mr. Asquith says. So Peter Smith there saying to Gary Pace, go for 2 points. So here we are, Gary Pace strikes the ball straight between the middle for Gary Pace and for Scarborough. First blood to Scarborough. Rovers 0, Scarborough 2. So Derek Fox restarting the game for Featherstone Rovers, and that ball's gone way out there, so that's another penalty to Scarborough. Another chance here for Gary Pace to put 2 more points on the board. Just looking down below me, Peter Smith there, just marshalling his troops here, telling his players what to do. Nobody in this game rugby knows the game better than Peter Smith. So here we go, Gary Pace, I should say, striking the ball. But this time the ball just going to the left-hand side of the upright, so that's let off for Rovers. It's still Featherstone Rovers 0, Scarborough 2. So Derek Fox, big drop out down that right-hand side, touchline side, but Scarborough possession. Rovers there tackling. Scarborough in possession, 5 yards inside their own half of the field. Kenny Hill with the ball now. Kenny Hill there trying to reach that halfway line, which he does. That's good running by Kenny Hill. Scarborough second row forward. Robinson with the ball now, trying to get his forwards running onto the ball. So it's big number 8 now, and Tomlinson back inside to Robinson. That's good play that by Tomlinson. Good backing up by Robinson. Good tackling that by Chris Burton. Brendan Toter. Number 9 there, Sean Patrick, ex-O player. So it's Peter Smith with the ball now, trying to get the ball out wide there to Gary Pace. Gary Pace swapping directions there, kicking, but the ball there just going that bit too much. That's how versatile Gary Pace is. He's kicked that ball with his left foot, and the ball there just beating everybody but rolling, touching dead. So it's Tim Sharp with the ball now. Tim Sharp there to Terry Manning. Terry Manning now to Ian Smails. Ian Smails coming inside. Ian Smails there trying to push Robinson off there. But Stephen Robinson makes the tackle on Ian Smails. So Derek Fox with the ball now there to Gary Rose there to Terry Manning. Terry Manning tackled about 5 yards inside Scarborough's half of the field. So it's Ikram Butt now there to Gary Rose. Gary Rose there trying to run through the middle. Gets that ball up there for Ikram Butt now there to Chris Burton. Chris Burton there trying to go down the middle. Chris Burton still going. Gets that ball up there, but Chris Burton passes to the wrong man. Number 3 there, Steve Libbury, who incidentally played on the wing for Featherstone Rovers as another 2 seasons back. But Steve Libbury intercepting that Chris Burton pass there for Scarborough. It's still Featherstone Rovers 0, Scarborough 2. So it's Robinson with the ball now, trying to reach the halfway line, but Gary Rose and Ian Smails making the tackle. Now it's Tomlinson there. And referee saying that tackle was high. Penalty kick to Scarborough. Mendon Tota there going a bit high in the tackle. So another chance here for Gary Pace to put pressure on this Featherstone Rovers try line. That's marvellous kicking that by Gary Pace, reaches the Rovers 25-yard area. Now it's Robinson with the ball now there to Pete Smith, back to Robinson, back inside there. That's good running, that's by number 10 there, Malcolm Beale. But Malcolm Beale tackled there by Gary Rose and Chris Burton, just about on that Rovers 25-yard area. Now it's Alan Thompson there to Sean Patrick. And Sean Patrick there making headway inside that Rovers 25-yard area. Now it's Stephen Robinson with the ball now there now to Craig Palmer, but Craig Palmer there tackle about 15 yards short of that Rovers try line. Clary making the tackle. Gary Rose over the play the ball now, so it's Robinson with the ball now there. Oh, and that's good play, that. Oh, and that looked dangerous, that by Scarborough there. Malcolm Beale there, nearly getting that try, but Scarborough get possession. It's back to 1. And Gary Pace there dropping that ball straight between the posts. Featherstone Rovers 0, Scarborough 3. So Derek Fox there restarting the game. Raystead there, ex-OKR winger. Just looking back, I know I'm going back some year now, but Raystead scored a memorable try here on the left wing for OKR, covering a fully 80 yard a few seasons back, so he's got a bit of pace. So Ian Smails there making the tackle. So it's Robinson there now to Craig Palmer. Craig Palmer trying to reach that halfway line. But Gary Rose there making the tackle. So Gary Pace once again trying to dictate things for Scarborough. That's a marvellous kick that by Gary Pace. But Alec Goldberg there, getting back there, taking that ball just on the touchline side, tiptoeing. That's good play by the youngsters. Could have easily gone into touch. Now it's Ikram Butt on the run. Ikram Butt there taking Raystead on. That's marvellous running that by Ikram Butt. So Clary with the ball. Oh, there's never a pass on in this world, and Featherstone Rovers giving this ball away at silly time. Now it's Steve Libbury with the ball. Steve Libbury running. That's good running by the Scarborough Pirates centre. Now it's Peter Smith with the ball. Peter Smith now to Gary Pace. Gary Pace there trying to run through Chris Bibb, but Chris Bibb there getting back to get that ball, and Gary Pace making the tackle. So it's Terry Manning with the ball now. Terry Manning there now to Derek Fox, and Derek Fox, has he lost the ball? He's knocked the ball on. Well, Scarborough have really come to post office all this afternoon. They're rustling and bustling Rovers out of this possession, and Gary Pace starting to dictate things from stand-off our position. So it's Robinson with the ball now there to Gary Pace. Gary Pace there trying to get that ball there to number 4 there, Red McCabe. He wanted the ball. He will tackle there. Tim Sharp making the tackle. So it's Peter Smith back inside. Big number 10 there, Malcolm Beale, being tackled just about on that Featherstone Rovers 25-yard area. So Kenny Hill with the ball now, trying to get number 5 there, Mark Napper on a run. So Peter Smith with the ball now there to Robinson. Robinson there trying to run the ball in, but Chris Burton there pulls him down, just grabbed him by the collar. So Kenny Hill getting that ball, and the ball running, rolling and rolling, and the ball goes into touch. The question is, did Featherstone Rovers player touch the ball? The touch judge says not, the referee says not, so it'll be Derek Fox to feed the scrum. Featherstone 0, Scarborough 3. Oh, Peter Smith there, being caught offside. Penalty kick to Featherstone Rovers, Derek Fox with that penalty kick. That's a relieving pressure kick for Featherstone Rovers. Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox there, that little dummy. So Tim Sharp with the ball now. Tim Sharp now there to Ian Smales. Ian Smales trying to come down the middle, but that's good tackling that. Referee saying that eye tackle on Ian Smales. So another kick to Featherstone Rovers, Derek Fox. So Trevor Clark with that tap penalty now to Gary Rose. Gary Rose trying to make headway up to that Scarborough 25-yard area, but Scarborough still tackling well in his first quarter of the game, moving up well and all. So Tim Sharp with the ball now there to Derek Fox. Derek Fox there to Ikram Butt. Ikram Butt there trying to move tacklers out of the way, but that's good Scarborough tackling. So Trevor Clark trying to run from Acton Harpat now there to Tim Sharp, but Peter Smith there wrapping Tim Sharp up. So Trevor Clark with the ball. Trevor Clark now there to Terry Manning. Terry Manning now there to Chris Bibb. Chris Bibb dancing inside one man. But Peter Smith there coming across, and Craig Palmer makes the tackle on him. So Trevor Clark now there to Derek Fox to Tim Sharp. Oh, and that looked an eye tackle, but referee says play on. So Trevor Clark now there to Derek Fox. Derek Fox, that little kick, it's all on. And Trevor Clark after that ball. And number 2 there, Steve Adey, taking that ball over the in-goal area. The winger did well that time, running it out. Under tremendous amount of pressure on them Featherstone Rovers attackers. And Ray Stead there trying to bring the ball away out in his own 25-yard area. It's still Featherstone Rovers 0, Scarborough 3. Number 7 there, Stevie Robinson, trying to bring the ball out. Peter Smith, he'll keep running all day, will Pete. Like I've said previously, he knows the game inside out. Lot of experience with Peter Smith. So that big kick downfield, and Alec Goldburn there taking that ball. It's all on. The ball went back. So Chris Bibb picking that loose ball up. Chris Bibby trying to go through the middle. Chris Bibby trying to get away. That was good tackling, that Craig Palmer there, stopping Chris Bibb on that flyer. So Derek Fox with the ball now there to Tim Sharp. Tim Sharp now there to Terry Manning. Terry Manning there trying to get Owen Simpson on a run, but the ball 5 yard away there. Owen Simpson no chance of getting to that ball. Terry Manning there, everything right apart from the pass. So it'll be a scrum down. It'll be number 7 there, Stevie Robinson, to feed the scrum for Scarborough. No, referee says no. Well, it's not very often you see that in today's game of rugby, on feet. But what the referee was saying, that he hit the prop's foot. Game's just about 15 minutes old here at Post Office Road. It's still Featherstone Rovers 0, Scarborough 3. So it'll be Trevor Clark tapped there, Derek Fox now there to Chris Burton. Chris Burton trying to split them open down the middle, trying to sap the strength out of the Scarborough lots. Now it's Gary Rose's turn, he'll drive it in down the middle, getting that ball out there, one-handed there to Derek Fox. And Derek Fox there, knocking the ball on. So another scrum there to Scarborough. So Raisted being stopped there inside his own 25-yard area. Now it's Mark Napper trying to bring the ball out. Well, Scarborough's definitely not come for their idea this afternoon at Bolster Road. They've come to win. They've come to get into that draw for the second round of the Yorkshire Cup, incidentally, which is being drawn tomorrow evening. So it's Malcolm Beale there trying to get Kenny Hill on and on. Kenny Hill there, that long ball out there to Mark Napper. Mark Napper coming inside. That's good passing movement that by Scarborough. Beale, Kenny Hill and Mark Napper there. So it's Craig Palmer trying to go down the middle looking for support, but just couldn't get that ball out. Ian Smells there wrapping him up. So it's Gary Pace with the ball there trying to get his three-quarters on under. Mark Napper, I think, just knocking that ball on. Yes, that's a knock on. So that's the change over, the sixth and last tackle. So Featherstone Rovers possession. Derek Fox with the ball now there to Tim Sharp. Tim Sharp there trying to run forward to Terry Manning. Terry Manning through the gap. Oh, Noah Simpson knocking that ball on the first tackle. So another scrum form. Robinson to put the ball in. Scarborough Pirates ball. And Ian Smells and Brendan Toter there making the tackle. Number 2 now, Steve Adey. Steve Adey there going from acting half-back, but Chris Burton there burying him in the tackle just about on the halfway line. So it's Sean Patrick now from halfway line there. To big number 10 there, Malcolm Beale. But Malcolm Beale there makes yardage inside that. Featherstone Rovers out of the field, so it's Robinson with the ball now there to Kenny Hill. Kenny Hill there looking for openings. And this Rovers defence, but Brendan Toter there wrapping him up. It's Malcolm Beale, but Alan Thompson back inside there. That's good play by Scarborough. Number 4 there, Red McCabe. Tackle about 10 yards short of that Featherstone Rovers try line. Scarborough really putting pressure on this Featherstone Rovers defence. Peter Smith with the ball now there to Craig Palmer. Craig Palmer there to Gary Pace. That's good pair of hands there by back inside to Steve Liberty. Steve Liberty there, number 1 Raisted. Has Raisted scored the try? Raisted scored the try. That's marvellous play that by Scarborough. That's good play by the Pirates. Like I've said about 5 minutes ago, they haven't come from the ride. They've scored the try. First try of the match after about 20 minutes play. They've been the better team. They seem more enthusiastic about the ball. But quick pair of hands along the line there. Craig Palmer there to Gary Pace. Gary Pace, a beautiful pair of hands out there to Raisted. Raisted handled twice, getting it inside there to Steve Liberty. And Steve Liberty there taking the full-back on and getting a beautiful pass out there. And Raisted there planting the ball over the try line. Featherstone Rovers 0, Scarborough Pirates 7. So here we are. Gary Pace trying to convert that try by Raisted, just by the post. Featherstone Rovers 0, Scarborough 7. How do you see the game going, Paul?
Well, I think Scarborough's a better side. They've done everything right up to now and it's paid off, and it was always on the cards for Scarborough to score first because, like I said, they looked the better side, and what can I say about it? They're playing well.
That's Paul Newell who's doing the summaries with me today, and just as he was saying that, Derek Fox kicking off, Craig Palmer there reaching his own 25-yard line from the kick-off, and it's number 4 there, Red McCabe, trying to make headway up to the halfway line. Scarborough, every time they get the ball, there's no mistakes, no frills from them. They're just playing solid rugby. just backing the man up with the ball. Sean Patrick to Peter Smith there. Peter Smith trying to come down, trying to reach the halfway line. And looks like an Astor injury. I think it's Ian Smells there, that tackle on Peter Smith. Referee stopping the clock. Featherstone Rovers without Leo Casey and Paul Newell at this present moment. The season's just barely 2 weeks old. So it's hopes that Ian Smells okay from that tackle. So it seems to be okay. So Sean Patrick now from acting half back there to Gary Pace. Gary Pace, that big kick downfield, testing Alec Goulburn out again, but Alec Goulburn there stuck to the ball, stuck to his task. Took the ball first bounce. No experience for the youngsters on the wing. So it's Chris Bibb with the ball now. Chris Bibb there trying to find gaps in this Scarborough defence. So Chris Bibb gets up, play the ball to Trevor Clark now there to Brendan Toter. Brendan Toter there trying to run through Stevie Robinson, but Stevie Robinson sticking to his task, makes the tackle. Now it's Terry Manning with the ball. Terry Manning back inside there to Owen Simpson. Owen Simpson round his man, right to men. Owen Simpson there on the flyer. Owen Simpson still going. Brendan Toter inside him, but he didn't see him, but Raystead made the tackle. That's good running by Owen Simpson. Now it's Derek Fox with the ball. Derek Fox now there to Tim Sharp. Tim Sharp there taking Pete Smith on, but Peter Smith there making the tackle. Pete Smith below, Craig Palmer on top there, stopping. So it's Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox there, that big kick through, but Raystead there getting back for that tackle, for that ball, I should say. So the game's just starting to hot up there now at Post Office Road. Rovers know they've got a game on the hands, still trailing by 7 points to 0. It's been all Scarborough in this first quarter of the game. So here we are, Gary Pace. Game's just about 25 minutes old, and Scarborough another 6 tackle on this Featherstone Rovers 25-yard line. They're all waiting, queuing up for the ball, Scarborough. That's how enthusiastic they are. Big number 10 there, Malcolm Beale, ex-OKR player. Now it's Alan Tomlinson. That's good running by the Scarborough number 8. That's a big drive in. Now it's Sean Patrick from acting half back there to Kenny Hill. Kenny Hill now there to Craig Palmer. Taking this Rovers defence on. So it's Robinson with the ball now there to Raystead. Raystead there switching direction. But that's good tackling that by Chris Burton. Waiting for that move to come. Waiting for Raystead to come. Now it's Kenny Hill with the ball. Kenny Hill there going through all that try line. Good running by Kenny Hill, but Trevor Clark there making the tackle. It's all Scarborough. Craig Palmer with the ball now there to Peter Smith. Peter Smith there to Gary Pace. Gary Pace there, and that nil interception that by Ikram, but come back Ikram. Knock on. Scarborough willing to get that ball out wide. Craig Palmer there to Peter Smith, and Peter Smith to Gary Pace, and Gary Pace there tried to get the ball out there to Red McCabe, but Red McCabe there, that ball didn't reach him, Ikram, but tried to intercept the ball, knocked the ball in the process, scrum down. Scarborough's ball again, Gary Pace with the ball now, back there now to Raystead. Oh, that's a bad mistake there. So it's Ian Smells there, mopping it up for Featherstone Rovers. So it's Owen Simpson trying to make progress over his own 25-yard line. Peter Smith wrapping up, so it's Terry Manning with the ball. Terry Manning to Derek Fox. The referee there catching Malcolm Beale offside. And Derek Fox, that big kick downfield from that penalty. Featherstone Rovers 0, Scarborough 7. So Trevor Clark, tap penalty there to Derek Fox. Derek Fox now there to Chris Burton. Chris Burton being tackled there by Sean Patrick and Kenny Hill. Now it's Gary Rose. Gary Rose there, but Craig Palmer there making the tackle on him. A second rower tried to prop forward there. So Derek Fox there switching directions there to Tim Sharp. Tim Sharp now there to Brendan Toulter. Brendan Toulter there now, and that's a forward pass. Referee right in line. Brendan Toulter, that pass there to Ian Smales, but Ian Smales there being tackled by Ray Stead. Oh, and that's a bad mistake by Scarborough. Oh, and referee says no. Well, Robinson feeding the scrum that time. Featherstone getting the one again the head, which is very rare in this game of rugby league today, but the referee blowing it up. So penalty kick here. Gary Pace putting that ball in touch on the halfway line. Kenny Hill there running it in. Being tackled there by Trevor Clark and Chris Burton. Now it's Markham Bale's turn. These Scarborough Pirates forwards are certainly doing their work this afternoon, so it's Sean Patrick there to Craig Palmer having to wait that split second for that ball off Peter Smith, but he took it well. But Gladiator there watched the move all the way, tackle Craig Palmer just 10 yards inside that Featherstone was half of the field. So it's Craig Palmer with the ball now. They're getting that ball out wide there to Peter Smith back inside there. This is a good play by Scarborough. Ain't got men outside him, Steve Libry. Oh, if only he'd have looked there. Number 2 there, Steve Adey. Oh, if only he'd have given him that ball that time. Let off for Featherstone Rovers. Now it's Gary Pace. That big kick across field. It's all on who's going up for the ball. Oh, and that's... Well, the referee had the whistle to his mouth that time, but a lot of let off for Featherstone Rovers that time. That big up and under there by Gary Pace. So Chris Burton there trying to bring the ball away now to Tim Sharp. Tim Sharp halfway through the gap. Looking to his right to pass the ball. Nobody backing up, so it's Derek Fox with the ball now there to Terry Manning. Oh, and Terry Manning losing the ball in the tackle, but it's all on. The ball went back. So it's Alex Goulburn. Alex Goulburn there trying to run the ball in from inside his own half of the field. Well, I don't know that pass water, but that was absolutely... Well, another left for Featherstone that time. I think it was Craig Palmer, the Scarborough Pirates second row forward. Got an hand to that ball, but he just couldn't hold it. Oh, and that's a knock on. And Scarborough get possession. Well, are we in for an upset here at Post Office Road? Featherstone Rovers 0, Scarborough 7. 10 minutes to go before half time. Peter Smith with the ball, trying to come down the middle. And Gary Pace down there, trying to get his men organised. So it's Gary Pace with the ball now. Gary Pace now there to Craig Palmer. Craig Palmer, that good ball out there to Steve Libbury. Steve Libbury being tackled there by Gary Rose. Now it's Alan Tomlinson running it in. That's good driving in by the Scarborough number 8. Taking 3 or 4 Featherstone Rovers forwards to pull him down. He didn't play the ball right. That's a bad mistake, that by the big number 8 there for Scarborough. He must play the ball properly. He just seemed to throw the ball to the floor. So penalty kick to Featherstone. Derek Fox. Puts the ball in touch. 10 yards inside Scarborough's half of the field. So Derek Fox with the ball now there to Clarieti. So it's Ian Smales with the ball now, trying to riddle his way through. Ian Smales on the run to Chris Burton. Chris Byrne, they're going for that try line to Trevor Clark. And that's better stuff by Featherstone Rovers. First Ian Smales, then Chris Burton, and finally Trevor Clark planting that ball over the try line. A lot better, Paul.
A lot better, John, yes. I hope we can go forward now, take that as a starting point, and let's, go forward. But if we don't, Scarborough, I think, dare I say it, win the match.
Yes, that's a true reflection, is that, Paul? Scarborough have been the finer team up to now. Well, that's what Featherstone can do. Running onto the ball hard and strong, good backing up, and it took a prop forward to back the break up by Ian Smales there, Chris Burton and Trevor Clark, and here we are, Derek Fox converting that try. Featherstone Rovers 6, Scarborough 7. So Gary Pace restarting the game. Alex Goulburn there taking that ball from the kick-off. Trying to run it in. Oh, that tackle looked a bit high. But referee says play on. The youngster there taking it well. Reaches his own 25-yard line. So Derek Fox, that long ball out now there to Tim Sharp there now to Ian Smales. Ian Smales there. Gets up, plays the ball now to Tim Sharp. Tim Sharp now there to Clarieti. Clarieti there. Got to drive it in. That's good tackling that by number 8 there, Alan Tomlinson. Straight round the bootlaces on Clarieti. Clarieti gets up, plays the ball. Oh, Scarborough looked offside that time. Referee says play on. So it's Brendan Tote. Brendan Tote looking for runners outside him now there to Terry Manning. Terry Manning got Owen Simpson. Terry Manning there. Taking race dead on, but Terry Manning wise there to stick to the ball. Just couldn't get that ball out there to Owen Simpson. Because Steve Adiot put himself in between them, the man and the ball. So it's Tim Sharp there to. That's good tackling by Scarborough. On Trevor Clark by Peter Smith. Now it's Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox there running that ball in. So number 13 there, Brendan Tote. This is the last tackle. That big up and under there by Brendan Tote. Crisp him underneath it. Oh, it's all on. That's good play. Pressure play that by Rovers. That kick through there by Derek Fox being charged down, but the referee said the ball hit the man, and rightly so. Brendan Tote got the ball back, had to kick the ball. He didn't have to kick the ball, but it was the last tackle. Kicked the ball, and Chris Bibb there following the ball up. The Scarborough player dived on the ball, but being tackled over his own line. So it'll be Gary Pace, that big drop out. That's a marvellous kick that by Gary Pace. Oh, and the ball's bounced and gone into touch. Alec Goulburn there caught in two minds whether to take the ball or let it go. He thought it was going straight out. Just one of those decisions what a player makes. As it happened, he just dipped before it went into touch. So Derek Fox getting that ball from there from the scrum. So Tim Sharp with the ball. Tim Sharp there trying to open this Scarborough defence up. So we crumbled there, and 3 or 4 Scarborough players offside of that play the ball. So Derek Fox. Puts that ball to touch. So Trevor Clark with the ball now there to Terry Manning. Terry Manning being tackled 15 yards short of the halfway line. Now it's Brendan Tote's turn to run it in. Brendan Tote there. Being tackled. Oh, and Peter Smith getting that ball for Rovers, for Scarborough I should say. Used to be for Rovers, but it's for Scarborough now. Oh, Steve Adey there, that's good running by Steve Adey, taps the ball to himself, but there again, did he have a marker? Looks as if Gladiator there were marking Steve Adey there when he tapped that ball to himself, but referee says not, play on, so it's Kenny Hill with the ball. Rovers 6, Scarborough 7. Just about 4 to 5 minutes left for half time. And Gary Pearce there really testing Alex Goldburn out. Alex Goldburn getting that pass there to Chris Bibb. Chris Bibb through the gap. Chris Bibb there trying to bring that ball up, but look at them Scarborough Pirates shirts around him. Them maroon and white shirts there surrounding Chris Bibb as soon as he got the ball. Now it's Alex Goldburn now going from acting half back. So Trevor Clark now from acting half back there to Derek Fox. Derek Fox now there to Gary Rose. Gary Rose there trying to get that break through the middle. But Craig Palmer made the tackle, so it's Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox now there to Trevor Clark. Trevor Clark there trying to get that ball away. That's all on. To Ikram, but now to Ian Smales. Ian Smales now there to Terry Manning. But Terry Manning being wrapped up. Ian Smales with the ball now there to Ikram, but there looking for them gaps. Ian Smales now from acting half back. Getting that ball up now there for Chris Burton. Chris Burton there, he'll drive it towards them posts. So Derek Fox with the ball now there. Derek Fox now there to Tim Sharp. Tim Sharp there, standing his man up. Saw the gap, went through it. But number 8 there, Alan Thompson making the tackle. So it's Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox, that long ball out there to Clarieti. But Clarieti just can't control that ball. It's all on Brendan Toole, sweeper of Featherstone Rovers there. Getting that ball back there for Chris Bibb, it's all on. And what's happened here? The referee blew his whistle. Penalty kick to Scarborough, obstruction. So it's Scarborough possession just about on the halfway line. Alan Thomason with the ball there, being tackled there by Gary Rose. Robinson with the ball now there to Peter Smith. Peter Smith back inside there to Craig Palmer. Craig Palmer there, out to one tackle. That's good running by Craig Palmer off that ball by Peter Smith coming down the middle of the field. Now it's Peter Smith with the ball now. Peter Smith there out. Scarborough about 10 yards inside this Featherstone Rovers out of the field, still leading by 7 points to 6. So it's Robinson with the ball, that big kick through, but Chris Bibb there taking that ball cleanly. Chris Bibb there trying to get to his feet to play the ball. And there's just virtually seconds to go before half time. Scarborough leading by 7 points to 6. So Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox now, that long ball out there now to Brendan Tolte. Brendan Tolte getting that ball there for Tim Sharp. Tim Sharp getting that ball back there now for Gary Rose. Gary Rose there looking for runners outside him. And there goes the half-time score here at Post Office Road. And what a turn-up for the Boots. Scarborough from the first division, from the third division, taking the mighty Featherstone Rovers on from the first division, leading by 7 points to 6 at half-time. The scorers, Ray Stead a try, Gary Pace a goal and a drop goal. And in reply, just before half-time there, Trevor Clark scoring a try, which Derek Fox converted. Half-time score, Featherstone Rovers 6, Scarborough 7.
You're on.
Welcome back to Post Office Road for the second half. This the Yorkshire Cup first round between Scarborough and Featherstone Rovers. The half-time score being Featherstone Rovers 6, Scarborough 7. And I've just said previous at the end of the first half, are we in for a shock here at Post Office Road? Newly formed club Scarborough have been any neutral coming to this match this afternoon would have said that Scarborough the first division team and Featherstone the third division team. But another 40 minutes to go. Let's see what this next 40 minutes will bring. Mr. Asquith here, the referee, just coming out onto the pitch.
John, those boxes.
Terry will I, Terry will do it. So Gary Pace kicking off. Alec Goulburn first touch of the ball this second half. Goes to the youngster on the wing, making his debut. Sticks to the ball, Kenny Hill there, and Malcolm Beale making the tackles. So it's Brendan Tota there, trying to reach his own 25-yard line, but Gary Pace there, round the neck, makes the tackle. Oh, Clariati there, trying to run the ball in. The referee going to shout held, he does do. Scrum down, halfway between the halfway line and the Featherstone's 25-yard line. So number 7, Steve Robinson, to feed the scrum. The ball's in, it's hard to Scarborough. Gary Pace with the ball there. This is good play by Scarborough, it's to Steve Libley. Steve Libley going all the way. Oh, and it's only an ankle tap there. Oh, Brendan Tota there saved a certain try, and that's a penalty kick to Featherstone Rovers. Steve Libley not playing the ball properly, but Steve Libley there looked a try scorer all the way. And Brendan, was it Brendan Tota? I'm nearly sure it was Brendan Tota what come across. What made a flying tackle there and just ankle tap Steve Libley there from scoring Scarborough's second try of the match, and that would have really put the cat on the pigeons. I think it was Brendan Tota, but whoever it was a marvellous tackle by the Featherstone Rovers player, stopping a certain Scarborough Pirates try that time. Yeah. Well, Peter Rose thought it was Chris Bibb, but I've just said whoever it was. Brendan Tota there, losing the ball in the tackle. It's a case of Featherstone Rovers have started where they left off in the first half. Drop passes, drop balls. Derek Fox there making the tackle there on Raystead. Now it's Robinson with the ball now there to Sean Patrick. Sean Patrick being tackled on that halfway line there by Chris Burton and Derek Fox. Now it's Mark Knapp with the ball there, trying to go back inside, but Ikram Butt there wrapping him up, and Trevor Clark gets up, plays the ball. Robinson with the ball now there to Peter Smith, to Robinson. Robinson there looking for runners outside him, but Featherstone Rovers wise to that move after that first half. That Pete Smith to Craig Palmer move, and Featherstone Rovers moving up quickly, better in this second half. So Pete Smith there back now there to Gary Pace. Gary Pace there testing once again this Featherstone Rovers defence out, and Chris Bibb there having to take that ball inside, just inside his own in-goal area, trying to run it out there, but that's good tackling that by Robinson. So Alex Goulburn there now from acting half, being rolled over the tackle there by Red McCabe. So Trevor Clark now there to Tim Sharp. Tim Sharp now there to Ian Smales. Ian Smales, that big run downfield. Ian Smales still going. Gets up, plays the ball to Clariati. Clariati there. It's all on Clariati there, taking the defence on. Clariati getting that ball back inside there now to Terry Manning. Terry Manning, give me the ball, he says. And Terry Manning scores the try. And Featherstone Rovers in the lead, and that's just about on the 45th minute against the run of play. How do you see that try then, Paul?
It was okay, that one, John. I think we needed that one, to spur us on. But I think Peter must have said something to him out of time, and we're doing a business now. I hope we can carry it on.
just before that, Paul, we saw a Scarborough back, Steve Libry. I thought it was Brendan Toto who made the tackle. Did you? Or did you see who made the tackle?
Yeah, it was Brendan. Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
and that was definitely a try-saving.
Oh, it was definitely a try-saving tackle.
Yeah.
Just clipped his ankles and he went down. Great.
Yeah. So that was a let off for Featherstone that time, but Ian Smales there, coming down the middle of the field, created the opening for that try. Claretti from acting half-back, saw the gap, run through the gap, and Terry Manning on his left-hand shoulder there, took the ball and galloped there to fully 40 yards for the try. And we've just seen there Derek Fox converting the try. Scarborough Pirates 6, Featherstone Rovers 13. Correction in the score, Featherstone Rovers 12, Scarborough 7. I got that wrong, didn't I? So it's there we are, Claretti with the ball, just inside his own 25-yard area. So number 4 there, Terry Manning. Taking 2 tacklers with him, Pete Smith there and Craig Palmer making the tackle. Now it's Brendan Tota trying to come down the middle. It's up to Rovers to throw this ball about. They've got pace on the outside, so it's Trevor Clark going down the middle. Trevor Clark hard to one tackle, hard to 2 tackle. Trevor Clark here running for runners outside him. Trevor Clark still going. That's a good dangerous run by the Rovers number 9, Trevor Clark. So it's Sickram Butt now from acting half-back now there to Derek Fox. Derek Fox, that little kick through. And Alex Goulburn after that ball. Alex Goulburn trying to dive for that ball. Referee says no, Alex Goulburn offside. Penalty kick to Scarborough. So Gary Pearce there puts that ball in touch on this side of the field. So it's Steve Robinson, that tap penalty there. Number 4, Red McCabe running it in. Number 10 there, Malcolm Beale, trying to reach that halfway line. Back inside there to Alan Tomlinson. Alan Thompson there trying to get rid of the ball in the tackle, but no way through. Looks a bit of suspicion there about crossing, but Craig Palmer with the ball now. Craig Palmer there looking for runners outside again. That ball back inside there to Gary Pearce, but Gary Pearce just couldn't take that pass there from Craig Palmer. As it is, Gary Rose intercepting the pass. So Derek Fox with the ball now there to Tim Sharp, to Brendan Tota. Brendan Tota, that long ball out there to Owen Simpson. Owen Simpson there taking Steve Adey on. Owen Simpson on a flyer. Back inside there. This is good play, this now to Ikram Butt now there. This is good play. Terry Manning there going in for his second try. Tackle inches short. Owen Simpson there trying to get to play the ball. Derek Fox there to Trevor Clark. Trevor Clark now there to Ian Smales. Ian Smales there to Chris Burton. Scores Featherstone Rovers' 3rd try. And I think that's Chris Burton's 3rd try in his short career he's had with Featherstone Rovers. Featherstone Rovers 16, Scarborough 7. How do you see that, Paul?
Oh, that was a brilliant try, that, John. That's all we've got to do. If we play normal rugby, we're going to wear Scarborough down. And we proved it there by just playing normal rugby and made the break and just finished off. Good support play as well, John.
Yeah, that's it. That's just what Paul saw, and that's what we all saw. That brilliant break down the left-hand field there. That Brendan Tota, that long ball out there to Owen Simpson. Owen Simpson went round his opposite number there as if it didn't exist. Steve Adey on the wing. Drew the full-back, throw the ball inside. Ikram Butt, Chris Bibb, Terry Manning handle. Terry Manning tackle inches short and a quick play of the ball there. And there were players lining up, and that final pass from Ian Smales there to Chris Burton. And Derek Fox there, that conversion was straight behind the ball, straight between the middle. And just as I was saying, that final pass there from Ian Smales there and Chris Burton there just planted the ball over the try line. Derek Fox converting. Featherstone Rovers 18, Scarborough 7. And Scarborough making a substitution. Craig Palmer going off. And number 15, Dick Fairbanks, coming on. So Gary Pace. Oh, and that looked like a knock on to me, but referee says no, play on. So we crumbled there with the ball there now to Brendan Toter. Brendan Toter being tackled just inside his own 25-yard line. Now it's Ian Smells coming down the middle, and Ian Smells running without the ball. Scarborough Pirates ball. Robinson with the ball now there to Pace. Pace now there to substitute number 15, Dick Fairbanks. But Dick Fairbanks going nowhere. He's being tackled here by Gary Rose and Tim Sharp. Derek Fox helping out. So it's Gary Pace with the ball now. Gary Pace now there to Kenny Hill. Kenny Hill there trying to get the ball back inside, but that's good tackling by Rovers. Derek Fox on top and Trevor Clark below. Chris Burton wraps them big arms round. Number 7 there, Stevie Robinson stops his gallop down the middle of the field. Rovers 18, Scarborough 7. So it's Pete Smith, that big kick through. And Owen Simpson taking that ball. Owen's in goal area. Owen Simpson on a flyer. Owen Simpson there taking these runners on. Getting that ball back inside there for Terry Manning. Terry Manning there taking Gary Pace on. Owen, Terry Manning going with that. Oh, he must be offside. Well, I thought Gary Pace there had raked that ball out of Terry Mann's hands, and the Scarborough player had picked the ball up. Well, the referee didn't see it that way. Oh, and he's lost the ball. Red McCabe losing the ball, but the ball rolling back. And Ickenham Butt there making the tackle. So it's Alan Thompson now being tackled just about on the halfway line. Gets up, plays the ball. Sean Patrick with the ball now there to Dick Fairbank. Fresh fella in the Scarborough Pirates line-up. Sean Patrick with the ball. Sean Patrick now there to Robinson, to Pete Smith, to Robinson. Scarborough trying to run around. That's better tackling by Rovers in the second half. I'm sure that Peter Fox, the Rovers coach, will have had a few harsh words to say at half-time. Might have been a fly on the wall in that Featherstone Rovers dressing room at half-time. Chris Bibb there making sure of that ball, trying to bring the ball out in his own 25-yard area. But that's good tackling that by Kenny Hill. Following the ball up. Now it's Tim Sharp with the ball there, trying to run it out from acting half-back position. And number 12 there, Kenny Hill made the tackle. Now it's Chris Byrne fighting his way out of tackles. He's having a marvellous game, Chris Byrne, this afternoon. He's one of the very few Featherstone Rovers players what's excelled. So it's Alec Goulburn now. Alec Goulburn now taking him on. Alec Goulburn back inside. Can't get that ball out to Derek Fox. Derek Fox there keeping his momentum going. Just couldn't stop to get that ball inside. So Trevor Clark now with the ball. Trevor Clark now there to Tim Sharp. Tim Sharp there, that ball there. And it's all on that ball going back now there to Ian Smales. Ian Smales got running outside him. Ian Smales there going all the way. That little dummy there from Ian Smales. And he plants the ball between the posts.
I think it was a lucky try there, John. We've got away with a few incidents there. Look at bounce and everything. But anyway, we scored, and hopefully, we're getting on top now, so we can keep it going.
Yeah, and that's it. That's just what Paul says, and that's once again I agree with him entirely. We're a bit fortunate there. Alex Goulburn there being substituted. A fine debut by the 17-year-old youngster. And I think Cladiati coming off also. And Gary Price and Andy Fisher coming on. So there we are, Derek Fox converting that Ian Smales try. Scarborough 7.
Final score.
Substitution for Scarborough. Number 14, Phil Murphy coming on. And Steve Adey going off on the wing. So Ian Smales, the Featherstone Rovers last try scorer there, taking that kick-off. So Derek Fox with the ball now there to Andy Fisher. First touch to the ball for Andy Fisher over substitution. Ickenbuck with the ball now there to Tim Sharp. Tim Sharp now there to Gary Price. First touch to the ball for Rovers number 15, Gary Price. So Tim Sharp. Tim Sharp, that big kick downfield. Number 3 there, Steve Libry. Being tackled by Owen Simpson over the far side of the field. Raystead with the ball now. Raystead trying to reach the halfway line, but tackled about 2 or 3 yards short. So Peter Smith there trying to get his Scarborough Pirates team moving now. Featherstone Rovers 3 quick tries in the second half. Really put Featherstone Rovers bang on top in this match. Robinson with the ball now there to Gary Pace. Gary Pace there looking for the gaps there to Steve Libry. Steve Libry, that little kick on. But Chris Bibb there getting back for that ball. Safety first by Chris Bibb, took the ball well. So Derek Fox now from acting half back. Derek Fox now there to Gary Price gets up, plays the ball to Chris Burton. Chris Burton, who's to me has had an outstanding game this afternoon for Featherstone Rovers. So Tim Sharp with the ball now there to Andy Fisher. Andy Fisher looking for gaps in this defence. Andy Fisher still going. Ooh, Andy Fisher finally tackled there by number 4 there, Red McCabe. Oh, Derek Fox with the ball. Derek Fox, that big boot downfield. And Raystead there, the Scarborough fullback there, getting across, picks that ball up well inside his own 25-yard area. And Derek Fox there, the man who kicked the ball, first down to make the tackle. Along with Gary Rose. So it's Mark Napper trying to bring that ball out his own 25-yard area, but Trevor Clark, Chris Burton, Andy Fisher all involved with the tackle. So Scarborough's ball, so Gary Pace with the ball. Gary Pace, that big kick downfield. Testing Chris Bibb out yet again. Chris Bibb taking that ball just about on his own try line. Chris Bibb here trying to come down the middle. Just can't get past the first man though that time. Fairbank making the tackle now. It's Owen Simpson. Owen Simpson there trying to create gaps for himself, looking for the gaps. Owen Simpson on a flyer. Owen Simpson's great race straight steady in front of him. To there, oh, that's a forward pass. I'm sure that Owen Simpson there would have loved to have gone on his own, but Ickenbuck there really calling for that ball. Everybody eager to score in this match. I'm sure Owen Simpson there would have been better sticking to the ball, trying to take the man on, but Ickenbuck there really screaming for the ball, and Owen there no alternative really but to pass the ball, but the pass there just going marginally forward. Featherstone Rovers 24, Scarborough 7. Well, referee there just saying ball back to 1, but to me the Scarborough Pirates man dropped the ball that time, but referee says play on. Well, it's Robinson with the ball now. Robinson trying to make headway towards that Rovers 25-yard line, 10 yard inside Featherstone Rovers half of the field. Dick Fairbank with the ball there. Famous name in rugby league circles, Fairbanks. Four brothers of him. Robinson with the ball now there to Sean Patrick. Sean Patrick trying to get that ball up there for Gary Pace. Gary Pace there throwing the ball anyway. It's all on. Oh, what's Scarborough doing this with this? Raystead with the ball, mopping up behind. Raystead there on a flyer. But Chris Burt there making the tackle yet again. A fine game as Chris Burton, need I say it again. So it's Gary Pace, that little up, it's all on. Oh, and that ball bounced. Oh, and Chris Bibb. Try saving tackle by Chris Bibb. Scarborough looking try scorers all the way that time until Chris Bibb there got back there to make the tackle. Stopped a certain 6 points there for Featherstone Rovers at Chris Bibb with that last-ditch tackle. So it's Gary Rose now trying to bring the ball away from his own try line. But full marks to Scarborough. They've come here to play rugby. They've really shot Featherstone this afternoon. The game's not over yet. It's still Featherstone Rovers 24, Scarborough 7. So Tim Sharp, that big kick downfield, it's all on. Up to Rovers to chase this ball down. Who's the first down there? That Rovers number 7 there. Derek Fox and Tim Sharp. Right stead with the ball there. Pete Smith with the ball now there to Mark Napper. Mark Napper there trying to reach this halfway line. Tim Sharp there makes the tackle. Ian Smales over the top. Tim Sharp below. Oh, it's Robinson with the ball. And Trevor Clark there and Gary Price pushing Robinson back. That's gut tackling by, once again, Trevor Clark there and Gary Price pushing Sean Patrick back from acting half-back. Oh, and an OKR here throwing this ball anywhere in the lineup. But Red McCabe on a run here. Red McCabe there taking this defence on. Red McCabe. Oh, and that's marvellous running that by Red McCabe. Gary Rose there finally making the tackle. So it's Robinson with the ball there and Terry Manning there. Getting to Pete Smith. There's Gary Pace there. Anybody can have the ball when he's got it. Oh, he really put his men in danger that time, Gary Pace. And that's the 6th and last tackle. But Scarborough really throwing this ball about here. The post office. Derry Fox the ball now there to Trevor Clark. Trevor Clark now there to Ikram Butt. Ikram Butt losing the ball. On the first tackle. Robinson with the ball now there to Pete Smith. Pete Smith now there to Gary Pace. Gary Pace there trying to up this defence up. Oh, and Gary Pace losing the ball for Scarborough. So it's Andy Fisher now trying to run from acting half-back. Number 14 there, Phil Murphy, wrapping him up. Ex-Castleford play, Phil Murphy. Oh, trying to get that ball up there to Gary Price, and Gary Pace makes the tackle. Once again, another suicidal pass by the Rovers players. So it's Tim Sharp with the ball now. Tim Sharp there. Oh, Owen Simpson, and that pass for forward.
Latest score, Hull 16, Leeds 11. Result from the Lancashire Cup, St Helens 104, Trafford Borough 12.
So penalty kick to Featherstone Rovers. Derek Fox pushing that kick. 15 yards from the try line. So Tim Sharp with the ball now. Tim Sharp there now to Gary Pace. And that could have easily been a forward pass. But as it was, it just went behind. So Rovers in camp now in that Scarborough 25-yard area. That's the second tackle. So Derek Fox with the ball. Derek Fox there juggling with the ball there. And Brendan Tubbs knocking that ball on. It's all on, but no, it's a knock on. The first defence.
You have the ball, Chris, but you have to pass it. So you're going down with it. You get the ball, so you're going down. I'll give you a sec.
Robinson to feed the scrum for Scarborough. So Scarborough trying to bring this ball away. That's a good little kick. Hickenbutt getting back for that ball. Must come inside. Gets that pass out there to Chris Bibb. Chris Bibb got all the room to work in, but Peter Smith there wraps him up. Trevor Clark now from acting half-back now there to Andy Fisher. Andy Fisher there trying to come down the middle of the field, but Andy Fisher loses the ball. I think we all want to do is get some boss stick for Featherstone Rovers players after this match. Number 8, Alan Tomlinson there, trying to come down the middle to Kenny Hill. Kenny Hill here taking Chris Bibb on. That's good play that by Scarborough. Good backing up by Kenny Hill. Gets up, plays the ball. Robinson with the ball now there to Pete Smith. Pete Smith, that long ball out there. That's better tackling that by Tim Sharp on number 14, Phil Murphy. So Pete Smith there trying to create another try for his Scarborough Pirates team men. And Scarborough really throwing this ball about. Gets that ball back inside now there to Gary Pearce. Gary Pearce there. Didn't want to run with the ball. Dick Fairbank with the ball there. Running direct. Somebody's got to run direct with the ball. Oh, and Chris Burton there saving Featherstone Rovers try line. That little kick through there by the Scarborough player there, and Chris Burton there trapping the ball with his foot. So Derek Fox having to bring the ball away. Where's his forwards, one should ask. Oh, Gary Price there running from acting half-back. Gary Price there trying to fight his way through the defence. So it's Hickenbutt's turn now. Hickenbutt on a solo run down the middle. Hickenbutt taking race dead on. Hickenbutt there just slipping there. That's a good run that by Hickenbutt. Now it's Tim Sharp with the ball. Tim Sharp there. Oh! And once again, Featherstone knocked the ball on, and from the resulting scrum, Scarborough get possession. Oh, penalty kick to Scarborough. That Andy Fisher there putting a bit of fisting at the tackle, right under everybody else's nose, and the referee saw it also. So number 15, Dick Fairbank running it in hard. And Featherstone caught offside underneath their own post. Robinson quick that quick tackle there to Malcolm Beale. Scarborough wanted to go out in glory here at Post Office Road, only trailing by 24 points to 7. So it's Sean Patrick there going from acting half-back, trying to fight his way towards that Featherstone Rovers try line. Number 10 now, Malcolm Beale yet again. Tackle inches short. This has got pressure approach work by Scarborough. Scarborough still got possession. Scarborough there, still passing this ball back. Dick Fairbank with the ball. That's the 5th tackle. One more to go. Pete Smith now from acting half-back. Pete Smith now there to Robinson. Robinson there, threatening to kick the ball there now to Red McCabe. Red McCabe there, trying to get his wingman over. That's the 6th and last tackle. That's good pressure by Scarborough, but also good tackling by Rovers on their own try line. So Ian Smells there, coming from acting half back there, trying to bring the ball away. Out to his own 25-yard area. Gets up, plays the ball back. Ickenbutt with the ball now. Ickenbutt there, pushes streaming off. This is good running by Ickenbutt. That's good determined running by the Rovers, number 3. So Ian Smells tapping that ball quickly now to Tim Sharp. Tim Sharp looking for runners outside him now to Andy Fisher. Andy Fisher cutting back inside. But being stopped dead in his tracks there by number 15, Dick Fairbank. So Chris Bibb now there to Gary Rose to Tim Sharp. Tim Sharp now there to Terry Manning. Terry Manning trying to go through the gap. Back inside to Owen Simpson. And Owen Simpson knocks the ball on. Ball's in out to Scarborough. Phil Murphy in there with the ball, being tackled just short of his own 25-yard line. Peter Smith with the ball now there to Red McCabe. Red McCabe being tackled. Ian Smells. Oh, good out tackle that by Chris Burton. Number 15 there, Dick Fairbank. That big bolt downfield there by Gary Pace. Testing Owen Simpson now. Owen Simpson takes it cleanly. Back 20 yards inside his own half of the field. Run it in and Peter Smith there make the tackle on the flying wingman. Gary Rose with the ball now there to Derek Fox. Derek Fox now there to Terry Manning. Terry Manning back inside there. Just couldn't get that ball up there for Tim Sharp. Knock on. So another scrum down, ball to Scarborough. Phil Murphy with the ball there, having to cut back inside. Tim Sharp and Terry Manning there making the tackles. So it's Stevie Robinson. Stevie Robinson looking for runners outside him and inside him, but this time too many blue and white shirts smother man and ball. So Kenny Hill with the ball now. Kenny Hill there trying to show the ball. But Andy Fisher wrestles him to the ground. Oh, number 10 there, Malcolm Beale trying to make the halfway line. Well, one thing about these Scarborough forwards, they've never stopped running forward with the ball. Robinson with the ball now. Gary Pace, that little kick throw, and it's all on Derek Fox there, wrapping it up for Featherstone Rovers. But Peter Smith wrapping Derek Fox up as soon as he got the ball. Trevor Clark with the ball now there to Gary Rose, there to Tim Sharp. Tim Sharp there now, there to Terry Manning. Terry Manning, they shot it through the gap. Terry Manning on a flyer. Terry Manning tackled about 10 yards short of that Scarborough try line. Owen Simpson with the ball now there to Gary Rose. Gary Rose just have to drive it in towards that Scarborough try line. Featherstone Rovers 24, Scarborough 7. Now it's Trevor Clark with the ball now. Trevor Clark there looking for the gaps. Tackle 5 yards short. So Derek Fox with the ball now there to Ian Smells. Ian Smells there trying to bury his way over the try line. Well, that's good tackling by Scarborough. Holding him up. Derek Fox with the ball there. Derek Fox trying to get the ball out wide there to Chris Burton there to Chris Bibb. Chris Bibb there trying to get that ball back, but it's a knock on. And that's the 6th and last tackle. Well, Scarborough Pirates making another substitution. Craig Palmer coming back on the field for number 8, Alan Tomlinson. Two minutes ticking away here at Featherstone now. Oh, that's a bad mistake. Smales getting that loose ball. Ooh, trying to get that ball away. Oh, and that's a knock on. Oh, and it's Mark Napper on a run now. Interception, Mark Napper there. And Gary Price comes across, makes the tackle. So it's Stephen Robinson with the ball now there to number 10 there, Malcolm Beale. Malcolm Beale there trying to push Derek Fox out of the way. Well, Derek Fox there sticking to his task. Peter Smith with the ball now there, back outside there to Craig Palmer, but Craig Palmer there stopped dead in his tracks. Trevor Clark and Andy Fisher. Stephen Robinson with the ball there to Dick Fairbanks. Oh, and he's dropped the ball. That's a scrum down, Dick. Dropped the ball, trying to play it. So it'll be Derek Fox to feed the scrum.
Attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. The John Smith's man of the match this afternoon goes to Featherstone number 9, Trevor Clark.
So there we are. The Featherstone Rovers man of the match. The John Smiths, I should say. John Smith's man of the match goes to Trevor Clark. Rovers number 9. So Andy Fisher with the ball now there to Trevor Clark. Trevor Clark there trying to push Raysted out of the way. Oh, Derek Fox with the ball. Derek Fox, that long ball out there to Andy Fisher. Andy Fisher turning back inside. Taps that ball now there to Gary Price. Gary Price trying to come down the middle. Gets up, plays the ball. Penalty kick, yes. He should be on his feet before he plays the ball. You must stand up and play the ball, Gary, instead of laying down and playing it. So it's Scarborough possession just about on this halfway line. Number 15 there, Dick Fairbank being tackled there by Gary Rose. Robinson with the ball now there to Peter Smith. Peter Smith still coming down the middle. Still trying to create them gaps. Oh, Gary Pace looking for runners outside him. He's offside, is that man? The referee's told him, but his hour's all on. Chris Bibb with the ball. Chris Bibb trying to come down the middle. Trying to ghost through this defence, but Scarborough moving up quickly, makes the tackle on Chris Bibb. Now Brendan Tota there, running from acting half-back. Brendan Tota there, gets that ball to Owen Simpson. Owen Simpson now there to Terry Manning. Terry Manning there, looks, saw the gap, back inside there to Owen Simpson. Owen Simpson still looking for the gaps. But still no way through this Scarborough defence. Brendan Tota now to Derek Fox. Derek Fox now there to Ian Smales. Ian Smales now there to Gary Price. But that's marvellous tackling that by Peter Smith on Gary Price. Now it's Derek Fox with the ball. Derek Fox now there to Gary Rose. Gary Rose there spotting the... Gary Rose there to Tim Sharp. Tim Sharp here will score his try. That's a good break by Gary Rose. Finished off by Tim Sharp. For Featherstone Rovers, 5th try of the match.
Transfer to Featherstone Rovers, number 6, Tim Sharp.
Featherstone Rovers 28, Scarborough 7 with this conversion from Derek Fox to come. Here we are, Derek trying to convert that Tim Sharp try, which he does, straight between the middle. Featherstone Rovers 30, Scarborough 7.
Conversion by number 7, Derek Fox.
Always making another substitution. Gladiator coming on for Brendan Tote. So Gary Pace getting ready to kick the ball off. Derek Fox takes that ball cleanly there to Tim Sharp. Tim Sharp there now there to Gladiator. First touch to the ball since he come back on as a substitute. Gladiator there gets that ball away there to Ainsmales. Ainsmales changing direction. But just slips there before Raysted made the tackle. So Derek Fox with the ball. Derek Fox looking for runners outside him, inside him. Any side of him, he says. Chris Bibb there taking that ball. Craig Palmer there made the tackle. So it's Tim Sharp with the ball now. Tim Sharp, that long ball out there now to Ian Smales. And there goes the full-time score here from the Hooter, I should say, from Post Office Road. And I'm sure that it's a lacklustre performance that by Featherstone Rovers. 4 marks to Scarborough Pirates, who led at one stage by 7 points to 6 up to half-time. Well, since half-time, Featherstone Rovers have rattled in 4 tries. But I'm sure that Scarborough Pirates will have done their reputation a world of good. Featherstone Rovers won't, so we'll just go through the try scorers for you. For Scarborough Pirates, Raysted a try, Gary Pace a goal and a drop goal. They're 7 points in reply. Featherstone Rovers a try to Terry Manning, 1 to Tim Sharp, 1 to Chris Burton, 1 to Trevor Clark and 1 to Ian Smales, with Derek Fox chipping in with 5 goals. So we'll leave you from Featherstone Rovers on a very poor, lacklustre team performance, as I've said previously, by Featherstone Rovers. 4 marks to Scarborough. They've never give up trying from the beginning to the end. But Featherstone Rovers running out winners by 30 points to 7.